It has been raining here for the past couple of days, and I just want to get some soil or compost out of my, it's compost really, out of my chicken coop. So what I usually do is I put like a bunch of wood chips in there, and then over time, eventually like at the bottom of the wood chips, you part it and it'll become soil. So since the last time I put wood chips in there, I haven't put any more, and it's basically all soil now. So I want to use it inside of my greenhouse. So I'm gonna attempt to do that today. So it's kind of gross in here right now, and my son has started moving a lot of the soil for me prior, and so I have it right here. See, look at that. It's so nice. Look at that. Look at that. So I wanted to put my chicken manure down because it is valuable to your garden. It is rich in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which is essential for plant growth. And when added to the soil, it helps to improve its structure and increase the ability for your soil to retain moisture. But one thing I noticed is that there was a lot more weed in this bed than I expected. I even found a tomato plant. So I don't want to feed the weeds so that they will keep on growing and getting stronger. I wanted to feed my plants. So I got brown paper that I had in my house, and I had to maneuver and figure out a way to get them around my plants. So what I did was I used my scissor and I cut little slits in the paper, and I slit my plant in between that. I put my plants in between that little slit that I did, and then the plants come up, and I realized that it was easier to use smaller pieces of paper rather than larger pieces. It takes a little bit longer, but it's a lot better to do it that way because then you won't harm your plants. Some of my plants, like you can see, my broccoli is kind of leaning over, and that's because it's a little bit too much for it. But once I put the compost and stuff on top, it should be fine. The only thing is that I'm a little bit worried because I am afraid of burning my plants, but I've tried this method before. I used it on one of my 4x4 beds, and that bed was doing horrible. All summer long, the only thing it grew was okras, and I'm happy for the okra, but I wanted to grow more things in that bed, and it was just not really growing anything. And the minute that I put the chicken compost in there, it really picked up and did really well. I even had some summer savory in there, some summer savory herbs, and that plant was so small, and now it's doing pretty good. It's thriving. So I am using the brown paper as a barrier to keep away the weeds out of the raised bed, and it's really in this side of the greenhouse that the weeds are really growing. There's some towards the sides, but those are easier to pull out, and those plants are closer together, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to put down brown paper. So I have to wait until everything is finished on that side, then I'll put the weed barrier down, and then I'll plant my next rotation of crop or whatever I decide to put there during the springtime. I am the type of person that I rather be prepared first before anything, and preparation is key for me. And I wish I had listened to my instinct from before and just put the weed barrier, take out the wood chips, put the weed barrier down, and then do whatever I need to on top of that. But I did not do that. I was rushing and I was just trying to hurry up, but the weather actually bought me some time, and I could have just used that to my advantage, but I did not, and I rather right now take the time out to do the best that I can to make this work out for me because I am a mom of 6 children. We are a family of 8, and sometimes we get really busy. I want to make sure that I grow healthy vegetables for my family and that we're not growing weeds instead, or unwanted plants, I should say. And yeah, that's the whole goal. So I hope that this works out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.